Welcome to another session of Cellular Mobile Communications, Unit 4. Today we discuss the topic on different types of handoff techniques which we are used in the real-time cellular mobile communication application. Right here, the first type of the handoff is delaying handoff. Delaying handoff. Here, the name shows delaying handoff. Nothing but it's once handoff is raised, but the handoff is not allowed by MSC or MTSO. Then again, some distance the mobile moves, and again handoff should be raised. That is, instead of handoff rise in first place, handoff is not allocated, then allocate in other different place. That is, we had covered delaying the handoff. Here, the algorithm are used for this delaying handoff is called as a two-level handoff algorithm. Two-level handoff algorithm. Nothing but for each and every cell, we are in two levels. First, whenever the mobile unit reached the L1 distance, first handoff rise, but the MSC not allows to give any new channel. So again, the mobile reaches to L2. Again, the second handoff rise. Likewise, the handoff should be raised at every level, but handoff is not implemented. That's why it is called a delaying handoff. Right here in this delaying handoff, we are using two-level handoff algorithm. For this purpose, each and every cell site or base station having one RSSI, that is received signal strength indicator. Received signal strength indicator. It is installed at the each cell site. What is the purpose of RSSI, which ensures what is the signal strength of a signal in a particular mobile unit? Here, whenever the distance is increased between base station to mobile station, automatically the signal strength is decreases at mobile station. Whenever the signal strength is decreased, handoff request can be initiated. First level handoff request can be initiated. However, not only the distance is increases, but in some spots in the within the cell, we are getting very weak signal, especially in urban areas, suppose in hill areas. At that time, base station is nearer, but we are not received signal. That is called a weak spot, or it is called a gap. At that time also, the handoff can be raised. If first handoff level raised or initiated, but there is no new channel allocated to particular mobile unit, then again second handoff should be requested. That is, then after second request only the allocate new channel. That is called as a two-level handoff algorithm or delaying handoff. Now I am explaining this two-level handoff algorithm by this figure. See this one, a two-level handoff scheme. Now I am taking three cells, cell A, cell B, and cell C. Now these three cells can be divided into two levels based upon the distance, level 1 and level 2. For each cell, level 1 and level 2. Now I'm considering two cases here. The case 1 is based upon the distance between base station to mobile station. Case 2 is weak spots or gaps or holes. Case 1, see this one. Suppose the mobile unit is called under process within the cell A. Within the cell A. Now call is under process and reaches to level 1 first. First handoff should be raised. If not new channel allocated to the particular mobile unit, then again the mobile unit reaches to L2. That is again second handoff request can be initiated. That is first request initiated by L1, but it is delay. There is no new channel. That's why delay. We are allocating new channel for L2 level only. That's why that's the same thing in cell B and cell C. That is case 1. In case 2 is weak spots. See this figure between cell A and cell C. One crossbar shows it is a weak spots. Here in this weak spots, there is no signal is present. At the time also handoff should be raised. Based upon this theoretical part, now I am drawing the characteristics with respect to time and received signal strength. In x-axis is time and y-axis is RSS, received signal strength in terms of dB. Here see this one from voice, based upon voice quality, the call is under process. Whenever the mobile is nearer to base station, somewhat high signal. Whenever the mobile reaches to L1 level, suddenly signal strength will decrease. First, handoff request can be initiated. Next, again, the mobile need to move to L2 level. Again, the signal suddenly drops. Again, second handoff level should be initiated. Next, after that, the threshold level. We are already discussed about what is the threshold level for handoff initiation. Once the mobile reaches to threshold level point distance, then automatically the call the suddenly voice quality is decreases. Then we are allocating new channel to increase the signal. This is about delaying. Instead of L1 place, we are allocating new channel in threshold level. That's why it is called the delay handoff. This is about the first type of handoff technique, that is delaying handoff. Next, second one is forced handoff. Forced handoff. Here, what is meant by forced handoff? Nothing but here, this is handoff not happening by the customer or by the MTSO, but suddenly it's happened. When it is happened, that is forcibly it is happened. That is, it is based on first one controlling a handoff. Here nothing but when the controlling handoff should be initiated. Nothing but suppose whenever the threshold value should be which is equal to suppose minus 100 dBm. Minus 100 dBm. Once the threshold level is minus 100 dBm. Suddenly suppose we want to give a channel to new customer. That's why in previous already call processing customer we had to terminate the channel and allocate new channel to previous one. That is purpose. We have to reduce the threshold value. Reduce the threshold value minus 150 dBm. Whenever the threshold value is 150 dBm now, the threshold value decreases. Then automatically we have to go for handoff. That is about controlling a handoff. The second one is creating a handoff. Creating a handoff. Here, when the creating handoff this occurs, this is under urban areas. It is under urban areas. Here, in this, we have to increase the threshold level. Increase the threshold level and push the mobile into new boundary. That is, in a present cell, only 10 channels are available. Only 10 customers are there. But we want new customers are coming, enter into the network. Then the previous customers we have to change the threshold value and push the particular previous customers can be to new boundary. This is about the creating handoff. This is done by MTSO. And this is the second type, forced handoff. Next, the third one is mobile assigned handoff. Mobile assigned handoff. That is MAHO. Presently, the more we are using the technique is MAHO, mobile assigned handoff. Here, how this mobile assigned handoff takes place? Nothing but now the call is initiated. Call is under process, either call or data process. Now the mobile is moving towards to the border of a cell. Whenever the mobile unit moves to border of a cell, then automatically the signal strength is decreases. Whenever the signal strength is decreases, then automatically the mobile itself send a request. That is, I am receiving very low signal strength and low voice quality, so I want new channel. I want new strongest channel from the nearest base station, right? So send request from mobile station to base station. That is base station to MSC or MTSO. Now MSC or MTSO searches the particular base station location, mobile station location, and which is the nearest base station for the particular mobile unit. Once it is fine, allocate new channel. Allocate new channel. This is called as a mobile assigned handoff. That is MAHO. Nothing but the mobile itself assigned and request for the handoff. Next one is inter-system handoff. The next topic is inter-system handoff. Till now, we are discussing the mobile unit moving from one base station to another base station within a single MSC or MTSO. Now we are discussing the mobile unit move between two systems. That is one MTSO to another MTSO. Nothing but suppose the mobile unit moves from one telecom circle to another telecom circle. That is, we are assuming that we are registered, we are customers in the AP Telecom circle. Now we are moving and temporarily moving to Karnataka telephone circle. Nothing but your database temporarily moves from MTSO Andhra Pradesh to MTSO Karnataka. MTSO Karnataka. This is called the inter-system handoff. Here, in the inter-system handoff can be takes place. The inter-system handoff can be takes place. The call should be transferred from one system to another system. One system to another system. Now I am explaining this inter-system handoff by the figure. This one, see this one figure. Now I am assuming two MTSOs, MTSO A and MTSO B. MTSO A and MTSO B. Here the MTSOE total area called the CGSA, Cellular Geographical Service Area A, and CGSA B. Now the car is moving, that is the mobile is moving from MTSO A to MTSO B in a highway road. Suppose you are assuming the highway road. In that highway road, your mobile is moving from MTSO A service area to MTSO B service system. How it handoff can be takes place? First, the mobile sends a request. I am moving from MTSO A to MTSO B. Then signals goes to mobile unit to MTSO A and MTSO A to MTSO B. And once the MTSO B assigned a new channel to the particular mobile unit, which one coming to new to the particular telecom circle without interruption of a call or without interruption of a data. This is called the inter-system handoff. Inter-system handoff. Next one is power difference handoff. Power difference handoff. Here, what is the power difference? Nothing but now you are taking two cells. Present cell, future cell. Present cell and future cell, or old cell, new cell. That is, now we have to take the transmitted power of the two base stations. That is the difference. We have to take difference between old cell transmitted power and new cell transmitted power. We have to take which one is greater, then take signal from greater one only. That is the power difference of mobile signal received by two cell sites. Power difference of a mobile signal received by the two cells. That is, we have to calculate delta value. This delta value can be either positive or negative. It depends upon the present situation. That is the delta value which is equal to the mobile signal measured at a candidate handoff site minus the mobile signal measured at the home site. That is the difference between new cell minus old cell power. Once you have to calculate the power difference delta value, suppose the delta value is greater than 3 dB. The delta value is greater than 3 dB. That is, just we have to request handoff. No need, but we have to request a handoff. When the delta value is in between 1 dB to 3 dB, we have to prepare a handoff. Prepare a handoff. That is, somewhat signal strength is low, so we want to go for handoff in near one. If the delta value is in between minus 3 dB to 0 dB, minus 3 dB to 0 dB, that is, check what is the signal strength. If delta value is less than minus 3 dB, there is no need of handoff. That is, these are 4 conditions based upon the delta value. Whenever the delta value is positive, only we have to go for handoff signal. Whenever it is negative value, there is no need of handoffs. There is no need of handoff. And this power difference depends upon vehicle location and height of the antennas and what is the gain of the antennas and what is the signal strength. Now we are going for the next one is queuing a handoff. Queuing a handoff. Suppose at a time 10 mobiles are moving from cell 1 to cell 2, but the channels are not available in cell 2. We have to wait for some time. That is, we are in the queue. That is, this queuing of a handoff is more effective. Than two-level handoff techniques. That is delaying handoff. Why? Because we don't know whether the channels are available or not in the upcoming cells. That's why we have to maintain in the queue. That is first in, first out, first in, first connection. Here in this queuing, we have to, some considerations are there. The first condition is no queuing on either the originating calls or handoff calls. That is to increase the efficiency of a system. The first one is no, we have to maintain at least no queue. That is must and should allocate all channels. For any originating calls or handoff calls. What is mean originating calls? Nothing but call initiation in the cell. What is mean handoff calls? The channels allocated to particular mobile unit whenever it moves from one cell to other cell. That is we have to no queue. Next one. Next second condition. Queuing the originating calls. Queuing the originating calls, but not the handoff calls. But not the handoff calls. Third condition. Queuing the handoff calls. Queuing the handoff calls, but not the originating calls. But not the originating calls. These are the three conditions we have to maintain to increase the efficiency of a system. Next, the last technique which are used handoff is cell site only handoff. Cell site only handoff. Here, what is mean cell site only handoff? Here, this technique is used in non-cellular system. Non-cellular system. What is mean non-cellular system? We have no need to divide the cells. All patients are working in same frequency. All patients are working same frequency. Nothing but whenever the mobile unit leaves home cell and enter into a new cell, its frequency does not change. In this case, cell site only needs frequency information to the mobile unit. Here, what is the advantage of for this one? The cost will be also lower. And this the type of handoff technique is very low traffic areas, right? And frequency coordination must be takes place. See this one, I will explain this cell site only handoff by this figure. See this one. There is no cell concept here. Any base station, that is cell site A, cell site B, all working at same frequency F1. The mobile is moved from cell site A to cell site B. There is no frequency change. That is, this type of techniques are used for non-cellular system, not cellular systems, non-cellular systems. That is in the concept of first generation. In the concept of first generation, there is no frequency change, no channel to change needed. Right, this is about the cell site only handoff. Right, these are the different types of handoff techniques which are used in real-time cellular mobile communications. That is two-level handoff or delaying handoff, power difference handoff, queuing handoff, mobile assigned handoff, forced handoff, a cell site only handoff, inter-system handoff. These are techniques which are used. Right. Thank you very much for attending this session. Do you have any query? Type your query in a chat box.